The NHS said its booster blitz had seen an average of 1 million doses dished out each week so far in England. Health Secretary Sajid Javid said, "This is a national mission, and with over 2 million bookings in just 1 week, our booster program is accelerating as more people become eligible. I urge everyone eligible to get their booster as soon as they can, and you can now book online or ring 119 once it's been 6 months and 1 week since your second dose." Flexibility. More than 1.6 million newly eligible people will be invited in England next week. Some 9.5 million invites have already gone out. And there is now flexibility for the vulnerable to get a booster after 5 months instead of 6. This will allow care home residents who received their second dose at different times to be jabbed in the same session. See the latest COVID vaccine stats below and visit in your area for all the COVID vaccine latest. Those due for treatment that weakens their immunity can get a booster after 4 months so they are better able to respond. A survey by Age UK found most over 60s were eager to get their flu and COVID jabs. However, almost 1 in 10 were concerned about the safety of boosters and 14% worried about side effects. The poll of 1,500 also found 1 in 5 aged 60 to 64 did not intend to get their free flu jab. Age UK Charity Director Caroline Abraham said, "If you only do one thing to protect your health this autumn, please do take up the offer of a COVID booster and a flu jab." There were a further 43,467 cases of COVID confirmed across the UK yesterday and 186 deaths. Meanwhile, an estimated 1 million people had the virus in England last week, up from 978,000 previously. The Office for National Statistics said testing had found 1 in 50 had the virus, the same proportion as at the peak of the second wave in January. The figure was 1 in 40 in Wales, 1 in 75 in Scotland and 1 in 75 in Northern Ireland. Protect yourself this winter. Get the booster jab, says Professor Azim Majid. The number of COVID-19 cases in the UK remains very high. Vaccines are protecting us, and without them, we would be seeing many more people growing seriously ill. However, no vaccine is 100% effective, and some infections will still lead to a serious illness, even in people who have received 2 doses of vaccine. Flu will also be a serious threat this winter. We know that the protection provided by COVID-19 vaccines can weaken over time, particularly in the elderly or in people with medical problems. A booster dose of a vaccine strengthens your immunity and cuts your risk of grave illness. We want as many people as possible to receive COVID-19 boosters and flu jabs before the onset of winter, when pressures on the NHS increase. Those being targeted for boosters are at highest risk of serious illness and death from a COVID-19 infection. They include people aged 50 and over and people under 50 with medical conditions, plus NHS staff, people who live and work in care homes, and people who act as the main carer of someone at high risk. If people don't get jabs, many more cases and deaths will follow, and perhaps more restrictions. Make sure you do have a jab as soon as you can.